Hey guys, so this story was brought up to me, and I obviously wanted more information in the story. But a lot of people have been asking me for my opinion on this story. And guys, it's not that I don't speak about other races or other cultures or I'm trying to trend. I have an honest opinion on any matter, and I don't mind putting it out there. But I like to put opinions that have facts. They don't just want to come here making unnecessary noises. So this is the story I'm talking about.
This is a horrific story, and there's no other way to describe it than inhumane. So, on Saturday, the 17th of August 2024, Maria Machato, 45-year-old mother in Limpopo, left her home to go to a nearby farm to collect yogurt. This is according to her children. She was accompanied by two people, a 35-year-old woman and a 47-year-old man. Their names have not been released by the press yet. On Saturday, the 17th.
All right, guys. So we all know that interview. We all know where to watch that video. I don't want to have to play the whole video. So basically, these two individuals were their lives came to an end because of these farmers. Now, people are, especially Nigerians, are coming here saying, hey, why are you not talking about this? You guys only worry about black foreigners here in South Africa. You guys are scared of white folks and what they do and this and that and that. And this is a misconception that a lot of African countries have about South Africa. Because what South Africans don't realize, a lot of these other African countries don't have white people the way South Africa does. We don't live with white people, Indian people the way they do. Like Angola, for example, is full of Chinese people, especially now they are coming in numbers. Now they're coming in numbers, opening factories and companies, basically taking over the country. But the way South Africans live with white people, Indian people, colored people, everybody as a unit, as South Africans, it baffles a lot of other African countries. Now, in every nation, even in Europe, which is more dominant with white people, there is white criminals. There's bad people that are whites. The issue with white South Africans is because they are colonizers, It baffles people. How is it possible that you can live in such a way with the people that colonized you, that made your grandparents suffer and enslave them? South Africa found a way to heal. They found a way to forgive and move on with their lives and live with those that did them wrong, even though white people will say, I didn't even own a slave, it was my ancestors. Well, when you are beneficiaries of your ancestors' work, it's the same thing we're saying with Chichi. Chichi is a beneficiary, her identity is beneficiary of fraudulent. White people's wealth, lifestyle is beneficiary of slavery, apartheid times. The issue that people don't put into consideration is the fact that if South Africa reacts today, the war that will fall upon South Africa the same way it fell upon all of our countries. Look at the way our nations are. We are all running away from our nations coming to South Africa. Why? Because we did things the wrong way. South Africa is trying to find a peaceful way to live with those that are stealing their land, eating out of their land. These murders are not acceptable. It's not that South Africans are not out here on the internet making noise and screaming. You see, when dealing with foreigners who are outsiders and doing things illegally, yes, some noise needs to be made. But when dealing with your neighbors, and this is what the white folks are, they are South Africans' neighbors, you need to deal with it accordingly. South Africa is a country of law. These individuals will be punished accordingly to the law. If it's life sentences, they will gain life sentences. The issue with our other fellow Africans, they don't want consequences of what they are doing. Look at Chidima now. Chidima is living a life. She's in Miss Universe Nigeria doing whatever, without any consequences. But these white folks are in court facing the might of the law. Racism is a very real thing in South Africa. But the thing is, blacks need to understand something. This is not a unique thing to South Africa. White people all over the world, when they associate with any other race, they always want to be the superior race. I know this because my two children, are from a white woman whom I was with for 6 years. I've got white friends and everything. People that need my help, that they ask me for support, that they look up to me for advice. But just because they are white, they want... Sorry, guys. Son. But guys, moral of the story is that no matter what... Okay, buddy. All right. Let Daddy finish recording, okay? Love you. The reality is, guys, South Africa wants what's best for South Africans, especially for black South Africans. And everyone is coming to South Africa and taking from South Africa. That's why you see they're frustrated. And it doesn't help that other nations, Nigerians and other foreigners, are reminding South Africans that they have to deal with white folks and them controlling majority and not respecting them. They're trying to deal with it. But while trying to deal with that, they got to also deal again with their own fellow brothers and sisters who are coming into their country illegally and doing all the other nonsense. So now do you understand where the anger and the frustration and enough is enough is coming from? My fellow Nigerian brothers, Zimbabwean brothers, Mozambican brothers, those that are causing extra stress to this nation. Instead of helping our brothers and sisters walking into this country and holding the white men accountable for what they're doing and still doing in South Africa. Because the reality is they have power. If South Africa stands and decides to throw them out, Europe will stand. The United what not, all that nonsense will stand. And does South Africa really have the backing of other African countries? The answer is no, but yet South Africa is supporting a lot of African countries. You call them crybabies, you call them bitter baby mamas, you call them bitter ex-boyfriends, you call them mumus, you call them 30%, you call them all these names. But yet you guys are alive today and surviving because you are in their land. You can never walk into my house. Even police, when they come to my house and they disrespect me in my yard, I tell them to get out. You cannot come into my house and disrespect me. In my house, you can never disrespect. Even my parents can never raise their voice in my home because this is my house. But yet South Africans, every day they gotta deal with disrespect, constant disrespect. And when they act, they are called names. Yeah, ne?